This person is literally not allowed to text you or have a conversation with you because, my beloved child, listen carefully. There's a reason why that person's silence feels so heavy lately. It's not by chance, it's not by choice. Something divine has stepped in between the two of you, and what's hidden behind this silence is deeper than you can imagine. For days, their heart has been burning with words they wanted to say to you. They've typed messages, deleted them, and stared at your name glowing on their screen until their hands trembled. But still, they couldn't send it, because something higher, something unseen, whispered, "Not yet." Something huge is waiting for you. The universe has drawn a sacred boundary around you, protecting you from energy that isn't ready to match your frequency. That's why their silence isn't rejection, it's divine redirection, meant to protect your peace from confusion. Behind closed doors, they've confessed to someone close that they dream of you every night. They've seen your face in their sleep, heard your voice in moments of stillness, and yet, when they reach for their phone, something stops them. Something huge is waiting for you. They've been spiritually restricted, not by fear, but by divine command. They're being prepared, reshaped, tested, because heaven knows that you deserve a love that doesn't tremble to reach you. A love that won't hide behind silence. Every unread message, every missed call, every quiet night, it's not punishment. It's a waiting room of destiny. Their soul is being corrected before it's allowed to approach yours again. Something huge is waiting for you. While you wonder if they've forgotten you, they're being watched by unseen eyes. Their heart is under spiritual surveillance. Every thought they have of you sends a vibration through the universe, and each vibration returns with one answer, not until it's pure. My beloved child, they are literally not allowed to contact you yet because heaven has seen their intentions, and they're still halfway between guilt and awakening. Something huge is waiting for you. Your energy is being protected from people who want your attention but not your elevation. That's why messages aren't reaching you, calls aren't connecting, and conversations that start suddenly fade. You're not being ignored, you're being guarded. The silence between you two is sacred. It's not empty, it's filled with lessons, karmic debts, and divine timing aligning. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, someone's going through sleepless nights because they can't stop thinking about you. But heaven has locked their voice, their words, their reach, until they become who they were meant to be before re-entering your world. The truth is, they were warned not to play with your energy again. The angels saw the tears you shed, the prayers you whispered, and decided to build a wall of light between you both, until they come clean, healed, and honest. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, "You are not being abandoned, you are being upgraded." You are entering a chapter where no one with half intentions will have access to you. Every delay, every silence, every distance, it's building your crown of peace. So don't chase what's silent. Don't question what's delayed. What's meant for you is simply being rewritten, refined, and purified before it arrives. Something huge is waiting for you. That person feels it too. They know they can't come near you with lies or half-truths anymore. They've been spiritually silenced until they understand the weight of your energy. Heaven is teaching them how to handle you with care, how to speak with truth, how to love without pride. Your absence is haunting them more than your presence ever could. And soon, when the lesson is complete, you'll see why this silence had to happen. Something huge is waiting for you. Their restriction isn't punishment, it's mercy. Because if they had spoken before healing, their words could have wounded you again. And heaven loves you too much to allow another heartbreak to pass its gate. When you start missing them, remember this: their silence is the sound of your protection. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, this phase is not forever. The hold will break when divine timing says it's safe. And when it does, you'll hear from them, not in confusion, but in clarity. Until then, stay grounded. Keep rising. Don't chase shadows when your future is glowing like dawn. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the truth is unfolding even now. That person wanted to text you last night. They had a message written, trembling fingers hovering over send. But a sudden wave of fear and divine restraint stopped them again. It felt as if someone invisible held their hand, whispering, "Don't." Because heaven knew that if they spoke too soon, it would interrupt what's being prepared for you. Something huge is waiting for you. They're being silenced because they still carry remnants of their old self, the one that didn't understand your value. They are being reshaped in silence, rebuilt through regret. Their heart is in training for something far greater than a casual message. In their dreams, they see flashes of your face and hear your name echoed in places they can't explain. They wake up shaking, realizing that this connection is not ordinary, it's spiritual, and heaven is monitoring every move. Something huge is waiting for you. And while you may think they're ignoring you, they're actually fighting invisible battles. Their phone feels heavy when they think of calling you. Their words fail when they think of explaining. Their guilt chokes them, because deep down, they know they hurt someone heaven was protecting. You are that someone. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen, this silence is not forever. But before the breakthrough, comes exposure. They're being shown every consequence of their past choices. They're seeing your worth in ways they never saw before. Every time they scroll past your photo, a surge of realization hits: I lost something divine. Archangel Michael says, this separation is sacred alignment. You were never meant to be in contact during their confusion. Heaven needed to pull you away to protect your destiny. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, you are being kept away from conversations that could drain your spirit. Heaven has muted people who don't deserve access to your peace. Even their attempts to reach you in dreams are being filtered through divine energy. Every time they think of you, a force stronger than their will whispers, not yet. Because what's being written in your destiny is too sacred to be interrupted by old energy. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth is, their spirit is restless. They feel your absence as pressure in their chest, like a constant reminder that silence is their punishment and their lesson. Heaven is making them understand what losing your energy feels like: emptiness. They're not free to contact you because they once took your presence lightly. But now, they're realizing that silence is not peace, it's the loudest echo of regret. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, the delay is divine strategy. The angels are protecting your energy from premature conversations. You are about to step into an era where only truth can reach you, only loyalty can speak to you, and only love with depth can sit beside you. They will reach out, but only when heaven gives permission. And when they do, you'll see tears in their words, humility in their tone, and a transformation in their energy. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the silence you feel is a bridge, not a wall. It's connecting two souls who needed to evolve separately before reuniting. And right now, heaven is guarding your heart like a treasure. They are not allowed to contact you because you're meant to rise without distraction. Heaven is pushing you toward your purpose, preparing your abundance, and clearing your path of confusion. Something huge is waiting for you. Every moment they think of you but stay silent, another thread of destiny is being woven tighter between your souls. When it's time, you'll both feel it, the vibration, the pull, the undeniable call. Until then, let this silence build your power. Let it refine you. Because when the next message comes, it will carry truth, not tension. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the clock of destiny has begun to move again. The silence that once felt endless is about to break, and the air around you will soon shift in ways you can't yet explain. You've been patient, and heaven has been watching every heartbeat, every tear, every whispered word you never sent. Something huge is waiting for you. That person, the one you think forgot you, is still caught in a storm of divine lessons. Every time they pick up their phone to text you, something interferes. Calls drop. Screens freeze. Words vanish before being sent. This isn't coincidence, it's divine control. Heaven has literally placed a spiritual lock between your energies. They can see your profile, your presence, your glow, but they can't touch it. Because right now, your vibration has risen higher than the level they left you on. Something huge is waiting for you. Their heart is restless. They replay old conversations, old laughter, old memories. They even whisper your name before sleeping, hoping heaven will allow a sign, a small permission. But each night, the same message echoes in their spirit, not yet. The truth is, my beloved child, this person's soul has been restricted because they broke a divine rule. They tried to play with someone who was anointed for purpose. And heaven doesn't let that go easily. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, the delay is not denial, it's divine justice. What they did behind your back, heaven saw. What they said in private, heaven heard. That's why now their words are chained by silence. Every attempt to reach you is being filtered through the hands of angels. You must understand, silence is a shield. It's not punishment for you, it's protection from them. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the turning point is near. This person's spirit is shaking because they can feel your detachment. You've stopped reaching out, stopped waiting, and heaven has finally opened your next chapter. They thought silence would break you, but it only made you stronger. They thought distance would make you chase, but it made you glow. Heaven has flipped the balance. Now they're the one longing, praying, begging for a moment that may never come. Something huge is waiting for you. They talk about you when no one's listening. They ask their friends if you've moved on. They even check your posts in secret, trying to decode your silence. They don't realize that heaven has blocked your connection for a reason, to teach them how it feels to lose what's divine. Archangel Michael says, "Your silence is the loudest sermon they'll ever hear." Each day they go without hearing from you, they're being purified by regret. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen carefully. You will soon notice strange signs, a random notification, an old message appearing, or their initials showing up unexpectedly. Those will be previews of destiny realigning. The silence won't last forever, but what breaks it will come with truth. When heaven finally gives permission, that person will reach out not as who they were, but as who they've become, humbled, awakened, and ready to honor your soul. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, there's something even deeper you must know. Heaven didn't silence them to hurt you, it silenced them to protect what's growing inside your spirit. You are evolving into the version of yourself that cannot be played with, broken, or manipulated. Every tear you shed was a seed. Every silent night was soil. And now, your breakthrough is blooming. Something huge is waiting for you. That person has been wandering in guilt. They feel the weight of every word they didn't say, every apology they never sent. They've even tried to reach you through others, but heaven blocked every path. Because this connection isn't supposed to restart through chaos, it must restart through clarity. And clarity takes time. Something huge is waiting for you. You see, their delay is your deliverance. Had they texted you sooner, you would have been pulled back into old patterns. But heaven said no, this time, you rise first, then love will follow. Now they're being rebuilt, piece by piece. Their soul is learning humility. Their ego is being dismantled. And soon, they'll realize that silence wasn't rejection, it was their greatest lesson. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, a message will soon arrive that changes everything. It won't come from their pride, but from their surrender. Heaven will allow communication only when both hearts have matured enough to carry peace instead of pain. Until then, trust the quiet. The silence is doing what words could never do, it's healing you both. Something huge is waiting for you. The angels are still guarding the bridge between your souls. Every time you feel like texting first, that's your spirit being tested. Stay still, stay strong, because the next move belongs to destiny, not desperation. Archangel Michael says, heaven's timing never misses its mark. What's meant to reach you will break every restriction at the exact second it's ready. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the veil is thinning. What's been hidden behind silence is about to be revealed. You've been sensing it, the sudden chills, the familiar names, the dreams that feel more like memories. These are not coincidences. These are rehearsals for divine reconnection. Something huge is waiting for you. They're no longer the same person who walked away. Heaven has been breaking them down to rebuild them properly. Every failed relationship, every restless night, every unspoken apology, All of it has been preparing them for the moment they can finally say your name again without shame. You'll know it's time when you feel peace instead of pain at the thought of them. That's when heaven will whisper, "Now it's safe. Something huge is waiting for you." You may see a number, a name, or a sign in the next few days. Pay attention. The universe speaks softly but precisely. That moment will confirm that the silence has served its purpose, and soon, the message that once couldn't be sent will finally arrive. Until then, stay still, stay open, and stay glowing. The silence is almost over. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the divine restriction is about to lift. The silence that once hurt will soon make sense. You are standing at the edge of a full circle moment, where pain becomes purpose, and what was once lost finds its way home. Heaven didn't forbid them to speak forever, only until both hearts were ready to understand the language of peace. Something huge is waiting for you. You are about to witness the miracle of alignment. The message that never arrived, the call that never connected, it will all return, rewritten by grace. And this time, it won't end in confusion, but in clarity. Archangel Michael says, "This is the dawn after the silence." Stand still and receive what was meant for you, purified by time and truth. Something huge is waiting for you. This story isn't over. It's being rewritten with divine ink. Keep your faith steady, your energy pure, and your eyes open, because when heaven decides it's time, no distance, no silence, no restriction can stop what's meant for your soul. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, you can feel it in your bones, something is shifting. The silence that once felt cold is now starting to hum with warmth, like a door slowly unlocking after a long winter. What once felt like rejection is transforming into divine redirection right before your eyes. Something huge is waiting for you. You've begun to sense their energy again, haven't you? A flicker of their name in your mind, a sudden flash of their memory, a song that appears out of nowhere. This is heaven's way of saying the line is clearing. The spiritual block that kept them from reaching you is thinning with every new sunrise. They've been dreaming of you more often now. They wake up with tears, realizing that what they lost was never ordinary. It was sacred. It was divinely timed. It was you. Something huge is waiting for you. Heaven had to silence them so they could hear their own truth. Now that truth is echoing through their mind like thunder, reminding them that you are not just someone from their past, but a divine chapter written before time began. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven never silences to destroy, it silences to rebuild." Every day of distance was a lesson in value, a reminder that access to you must be earned, not assumed. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, their transformation is nearly complete. The person who once took your presence for granted is now haunted by your absence. Every silence you kept became their mirror, forcing them to face the truth about themselves. They are not allowed to text you because heaven is still testing their sincerity. One wrong motive, and the message will vanish before it ever reaches you. That's how protected your energy has become. Something huge is waiting for you. They've tried to replace you, but every face they meet feels hollow. Every voice they hear sounds empty. Their soul has memorized your energy, and nothing else compares. Heaven is allowing this ache so they never forget what they lost when they failed to honor you. In the coming days, they will receive a sign that will drive them to their knees. It will be the moment their heart realizes that silence was grace, not punishment. That's when they'll whisper your name again, not in pride, but in surrender. Something huge is waiting for you. Heaven will soon decide if the chapter between you two will reopen or stay sealed. But either way, your spirit is safe. You've graduated from confusion into clarity. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, there's something heaven needs you to know before the next phase begins. You were never forgotten, only hidden. Hidden while your blessings multiplied. Hidden while your name was being written in new opportunities. Hidden while heaven corrected what once broke you. Something huge is waiting for you. That person was silenced because your glow would have blinded them before they were ready to see. They had to lose you to understand that divine connections can't be replaced. Their silence isn't proof they stopped caring, it's proof heaven stopped them from doing more harm. Archangel Michael says, when heaven protects you, silence becomes a sword. The angels didn't just block a conversation, they cut the cords of confusion that once tied your soul to pain. Something huge is waiting for you. And now, you're walking into a season where communication will flow only through truth. Anyone whose heart isn't clean will feel resistance when they try to reach you. That's the mark of divine favor. Access is limited, but love is limitless. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, your energy is glowing brighter than ever. The silence has polished your spirit, and now heaven is preparing to reveal something extraordinary. The same person who couldn't text you will soon speak, not in words, but in actions that will leave you breathless. They've been rehearsing the message in their mind. They've written it countless times but never sent it. Now, heaven is aligning their courage with their purpose. The next time you hear from them, it won't be the same energy that once hurt you, it will be transformed energy, ready to match yours. Something huge is waiting for you. You'll feel it before it happens, a wave of peace will pass over you. That's heaven signaling that the spiritual permission has been granted. The silence will break softly, maybe through an unexpected high or a familiar sound that draws you back in. But this time, you'll respond differently, from strength, not from pain. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, do not fear what returns, discern it. Heaven is not sending people back to repeat old wounds, but to fulfill unfinished lessons. The test is simple. Peace means it's right, pressure means it's not. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, heaven is orchestrating the final act. The silence is nearly complete, the lesson nearly learned, the soul's nearly ready. The air is electric with divine anticipation. Something huge is waiting for you. The reason they couldn't talk to you wasn't just timing, it was destiny management. Heaven had to pause communication so you could focus on your glow up, your calling, your rise. And now, look at you, stronger, calmer, wiser, unstoppable. They'll soon witness this new version of you, and they'll realize that silence was never separation. It was the rehearsal before revelation. Something huge is waiting for you. When the message comes, it'll carry a vibration you'll feel in your chest. It won't sound like before. There will be softness, gratitude, truth. Because this time, heaven will allow it. So stay ready. Don't chase it. Let it come to you. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, you've walked through silence like a warrior. You didn't chase. You didn't crumble. You rose. And heaven has taken note. Every second of patience was recorded as faith, and faith always brings reward. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter begins quietly, a vibration, a dream, a sign that only your spirit will understand. And soon, the message that was never allowed will finally appear. Not by coincidence, but by command. Archangel Michael says, the restriction is lifting. The seal is breaking. The silence ends when your spirit and theirs finally match the same frequency, truth, peace, and purpose. Something huge is waiting for you. When that moment arrives, don't rush. Breathe. Smile. You'll realize heaven didn't delay to deny, heaven delayed to perfect. What's coming next will make every silent night worth it. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the atmosphere around you is shifting quietly. What once felt like distance is turning into alignment. You can feel it, the same energy that once went silent is now softly circling back toward your life, carrying the weight of truth. Something huge is waiting for you. That person can't stop thinking about you. Even though they can't reach out yet, their thoughts have become prayers. They've realized that silence was not a punishment from heaven, it was a classroom, and you were the lesson that changed them. They tried to ignore the signs, but heaven made sure they couldn't escape the pull. Everywhere they go, your name, your energy, your memory keeps appearing like a whisper from destiny saying, you still have something unfinished. Something huge is waiting for you. They've confessed to someone close that you're the one they can't forget. But heaven still hasn't unlocked their permission yet, because the apology they owe you must come from surrender, not desperation. The moment their heart aligns with humility, heaven will open the way. Archangel Michael says, your patience has been your weapon. You didn't chase, you didn't argue, you didn't beg. You trusted the silence, and now, it's becoming your greatest victory. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the energy between you two is being recalibrated. The angels are balancing the frequencies, making sure no chaos remains before the message arrives. That's why you may feel sudden emotions, random memories, or warmth in your chest. It's your spirit preparing for divine contact. Something huge is waiting for you. The one who was once restricted is now being tested for purity. Heaven is watching their choices, their words, their new intentions. Every time they think of you with love instead of pride, another invisible lock opens. You're not waiting anymore, you're ascending, and heaven is matching your elevation. They've learned that silence doesn't erase connection, it strengthens it. They now understand that to speak with you again, they must speak through truth. Something huge is waiting for you. When heaven finally allows their message to reach you, it will arrive at the perfect hour, maybe when you're least expecting it, when your heart is calm, when your spirit is glowing. That's when their words will finally be released, unfiltered and honest. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, the silence has served its full purpose. From here on, everything hidden will surface, and everything delayed will begin to move. Your destiny isn't blocked, it's just synchronizing with divine order. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the divine restriction is almost gone. The angels that once guarded your heart are now preparing to let in what's been cleansed by truth. You'll soon feel the shift, it will be subtle, sacred, and unmistakable. Something huge is waiting for you. That person's spirit has surrendered. They've stopped fighting the signs. They've stopped pretending they don't care. They've been humbled by time, shaped by silence, and now they're standing at the doorway of their own awakening. Their lesson was simple: you can't approach divine light with unhealed hands. And now, after so long, their heart finally understands that you were never the problem, you were the mirror of their growth. Something huge is waiting for you. The angels have seen your strength, your forgiveness, your grace. And because of that, heaven is releasing the final seal. Soon, a message, a call, or a sign will cross your path that confirms everything you felt, that the silence wasn't the end, it was the transformation. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, the waiting season is over. You are stepping into revelation. The voices that were muted are being unmuted, not to disturb your peace, but to complete your story. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, breathe in deeply. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. The silence that once protected you is now becoming the bridge that reconnects what's pure, healed, and divine. You will soon look back and understand why no text arrived, why no call came through, why silence was the only sound you heard. Heaven wasn't ignoring you, heaven was rebuilding your destiny in the quiet. Something huge is waiting for you. Now, everything that's meant for you is finding its way back, not through chaos, but through calm. Not through words, but through truth. The restriction is lifting, the energy is aligning, and what once felt lost is now being restored by divine timing. Archangel Michael says, this is not just reconnection, it's resurrection. Heaven silenced every noise until love could speak in its purest form. Something huge is waiting for you.